What is up, Slime Pack Nation? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog, y'all. Today is another collab vlog. Yes, we got another collab vlog. I've been having this vlog sitting in my little vault for some time because I don't want to overpower y'all with the collab vlogs and then my trucking vlog. So I've been trying to space them out pretty good. And then after this one, we got another one dropping. And then after that, I'm gonna start reaching out to more people and try to get other people on the channel. But today is another trucking collab vlog, like I already said. I'm not gonna do too much talking. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Slime Pack Nation, I need y'all to go over to his channel, show that love, show support, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let him know that Slime Pack sent y'all. So let's get to it.
What is up, Slime Pack Nation? First of all, let me go Black Baptist Church on you. First of all, giving unto God who is the head of my life. I just want to thank Jasmine for sharing her platform with all us drivers, YouTube content creators who are truckers. Thank you so much, Jasmine, because you didn't have to do that at all. But thank you for building community, and I pray that God blesses you in a special way and keeps you safe while you are on that road. All right, let's get this video started. So my name is Brandon. I am with the Brandon Brews YouTube channel. I started my trucking career maybe about 1 year and some change ago, and it's been amazing, actually. I really love driving trucks. I do have the little kid. Every time I get out of this thing, I had that little kid, like, oh my gosh. Like, when I'm out of the truck and maybe it's been more than 2-3 days, I'm ready to get back driving. So I really love driving trucks. So that's a little bit about me. I started off regional when I first got into trucking. I did regional for 6 months, and I liked it. I enjoyed it. I was like 5.5 days, sometimes 6, and I did do like 14 days one time. No, maybe a couple times. I did like 14, 15 days out just to see how it was, but I was really trying to maximize the dollars, and it just still wasn't working. So I did switch companies when I got 6 months in, and I was trying to go regional. I do drive for Martin Transport, by the way, if you haven't seen it in the background. But I was trying to do regional, and at the time, like, I had a good recruiter. The recruiter was like, well, I got something local and I got drive-in. I was trying to keep the reefer. Jasmine, I was doing the same thing. I actually started liking the reefer, but he was like, hey, you don't want to drive in? And I got something local. And when he said local, home every day, I was just like, well, yeah, I'll do it. So it just literally, it was a blessing. It just kind of just landed because, hey, and now that I'm in it, I love it. So let's talk about local. That's going to bring it. It's going to bring us to our first question. How much time do I actually get home driving local? So I will say this. I am on a dedicated account with Martin. So the way we run and do things is totally different. Minimally, I can work 8 hours in a day, but the most I could run my 14-hour clock. But the flip side of that, I couldn't possibly do 14 hours. I could do 12. My shift is from 1 p.m. to 1 a.m. And then I slip seat. I share this truck with a co-driver, and he works from 1 a.m. to 1 p.m. So the most I can work in a day is 12 hours. Literally, the most I really ever work is probably 9 hours. So I take a 10-hour, just like you do when you are over the road, and then you come back. So there has been a few times when I worked and got out of the truck at 1 a.m., but that's not every day. That's me trying to really push it and make this money. But I only have a minimum of 8 hours to work. And then if it's very slow or something, I've left and went home like within 6 hours. So having that flexibility and being able to go home is pretty dope. And yeah, so I spend maybe 13 hours at home every day. Actually, it's probably about 12 hours at home. So that's how that looks. Now I will say, starting out, I had to get used to it because I still felt like I was over the road. I still felt like I would go home, I would sleep until it's time to go to work, and I would get up and then go to work. Like, if you don't have a plan in place, it can easily feel like, am I still over the road? But I adjusted some. So now when I do get up, I do go to the gym. I cook. If I'm meal prepping, I go walk my dog. We do those things. So I am able to get like everyday things done at home. But not only that, when I get in that bed every day, when I'm not having to be sleeping in the truck or the truck stop, like that's one thing I don't miss. I do not miss sleeping at truck stops, looking for parking. I don't miss that. And there are some days I do go to a truck stop just to pull up and go get something to eat or use the restroom. But I don't miss that. I really don't. But shout out to my OTR drivers. Like OTR, I mean, regional. Hey, blessings to you all. Would I ever go back? This isn't a question, but I'm going to answer this. Would I ever go back? If I had to, I would. I'm not opposed to it. It's not like I can't, I would never. You see a lot of the local versus OTR. I'm not on the fence of that. Like, it's just what I'm doing now. But the OTR, it will have to make sense. I will say that. When I say it has to make sense, the money has to make sense. All right. The other question, what are some challenges you have faced since you got your CDL? I think the biggest challenge I faced, it was the money. The money wasn't making sense. The money was not making sense with the company I was at. I did all that work, trained, got my CDL, and it was not making sense. But I will say this, for everybody, trucking is what you make it, and you have to have a goal. You should have a goal in place, because if you don't, you will quickly get frustrated, and you'll quickly think about retaliating. Like, I've talked to different guys that's been on the road and at the previous company. Like, I felt like I was talking them off the cliff, because you never want to get to that point where you're like, I'm gonna park y'all truck and get out. I'm like, no, don't do that, because if you park that truck and leave it, you might not ever get back in somebody else's truck to drive it. It might take a long time. You don't want that on your record. So you have to have a plan. I think that might have been my only challenge. I had to get in a place where at first I had to find out what I really wanted to do in trucking. And so, like, working this dedicated account, being local, like, I really do like being at home every day. Like, I own a house. Like, I'm able to cut my grass and do all that stuff. When you're over the road, you can't really do all of that. So that might be the biggest challenge I had, was finding the money. And now I don't have that problem. I'm in a good place. I like what I make. And if I want to make more money, I can. I'm able to do that. Next question. If you had a chance to change one thing in trucking, what would it be and why? All right, so if I had a chance to change one thing in trucking, I would have to say, not trying to be so philosophical, but I would have to say I would like to change the perspective about truckers. Like, I feel like we get a lot of negative, we get a negative view, and I wish we could change that. Like, when you're thinking about truckers and trucking companies, some companies, they treat you like you're at the bottom. And we all know, as a truck driver, like, if that freight isn't moved, if you're not moving freight, you're not making money. So we are like the building block to these companies. Like, you need us. So sometimes, like, you need us. So watch how you talk to us. Respect us. And I think that's what it is. Like, just respect us. Like, you don't get that always. But I do agree, you do have to earn respect. You have to give respect. So it goes both ways. But I wish we could change the perception of that. Because, a lot of people think that truckers are nasty. They don't take showers. They throw stuff. They dirty up stuff. And that's not everybody. I keep a clean truck, y'all. I had a dog. My dog was on my truck. Our truck was clean. Like, I don't like my house clean. I'm not a dirty person. Like, it's not everybody. So I wish we could change that perspective. Like, it's like the thing about the one bad apple ruins the tree. And that's not true. Like, we're all out here different. We come from various backgrounds. And like I said, like, a year and a half ago, I was not thinking about driving trucks. Never would have imagined of driving a truck. And now I'm just like, I'm really doing this thing and I like what I'm doing. All right, y'all, that's all I got for you. That's all the questions. I pray that everyone who watches this video is blessed in a special way and that you are having an amazing day. Thank you so much, Jasmine and Slime Pack Nation. Thank you. Be blessed.